What's good, Kinganda? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Dear African Americans here on the Kinganda YouTube channel. And I'm so grateful to be here as your presenter today. And I want to talk about a very, very specific topic. If you come to Africa, will Africans accept us as their own? Now, I want to stop the show here because I've seen some comments from some of the other brothers in the diaspora about the playlist and, why is it called Dear African Americans and not Diasporans? Well, the reason why is for this particular reason, right? African Americans have a different experience with the whole black diaspora, all right? And talking to African Americans, I know that one group of people that we really, really, really deep down inside want to be accepted by is the African continent. The reason why, you know our story. We were taken from here many, many years ago, and it wasn't our fault. We were born in America, experienced those things, but we always have a yearning to know what our real home is like. And many of us, we have different last names that are not our real ancestors' last name, right? Our last names are Johnson, Jackson, Robinson. I was talking to Brother Drake Reed at the Sankofa Genealogy Center, and he was talking about how names mean something in the African culture. Your last name indicates your tribe, indicates where you're from in any culture, the Europeans. But when you're stripped of that and your last name is Jenkins or Washington or White, how can you trace who you are? You don't know, right? So a lot of us understand that. And for those who ever want to go back to Africa, we yearn for that experience because we want to really know who we truly are and where we come from. So some of us have met some Africans in the United States, and it's usually not that high of a percentage, like some asshole that you meet that talks down on African Americans, and then there's some asshole African American that's roasting an African. I mean, you know how it goes. It never gets too personal. But I can tell you on both sides, it hurts, right? It hurts an African American when an African says you're a kata or you're not really one of us. And then it hurts the African person when they get called booty scratcher, right? It hurts because here you have the same people that are talking about each other. But my experience is that in Uganda, in any country that I've been, do I feel like I am truly accepted? Well, to be honest, sometimes I don't, but that's not because of what the Ugandans did. That's just because I don't understand the language and the culture, all right? They can't truly all the way accept me because I've been gone away so long. Even if you're a Ghanaian and you come to Uganda, they're not gonna accept them either because they're just not in the culture. You can't speak Luganda. You don't understand the music. You don't understand some of the things. So it's definitely harder for somebody to accept you into the culture when you're not integrated in the culture. But here's the beautiful thing about the continent of Africa. If you come with respect, you try to learn, you try to appreciate the people, you try to have patience with the people, I'm a living witness that people will have patience with you. And since I've been coming to Africa, my mind has totally changed. I used to have a certain vendetta against certain brothers from the continent, a certain continent from what I had met. I've always had African friends and things like that. But, since I've been coming here, my realities have changed, right? People have looked out for me as a brother. They have told me things. They have been honest with me. I've had a few bad experiences, not very many. Most people have been very, very nice. The reason why, I'm very, very nice to them. So for those African Americans who think that, Africans don't really love you or Africans don't really care about you, listen, when the average African meets you, it's on the individual basis. Are you a person that's worth respecting? Are you a nice person? Are you a person that's trying to, be a benefit to the society? Are you going to come in and respect the culture? If you're that kind of person, the Africans are going to treat you just as nice as they treat anybody else. I hear these other arguments. Well, they treat the white man like this and treat the white man like that and the Chinese man like this. In my experience, I've had 2 or 3 episodes at a restaurant where a white person got served before me, but that's just an individual that's lost, right? I can't hold that against the African brothers and sisters. They're just, these people are lost, right? It's not all of Africa's fault because that happened. And let me tell you this, you will encounter people on the internet usually, because most people, I've never had anybody in Africa tell me to go back to America or anything like that. You will have people on YouTube that will say something stupid like, well, you should stay in America, we don't want you here. Number one, you don't know if that's a real African or not. That could be a white person. And you can get some insane person that can get in the camera and say anything. But if that's the truth, who cares, right? That's one person's opinion, okay? The continent of Africa, for the most part, is very appreciative of people who respect the culture, people who want to learn, people who want to come in and work with people who are not going to criticize them and call them names, but come in and also build with the people. That's what the continent of Africa really cares about, is respect, right? Just like anybody cares about respect. So in my opinion, will Africans accept African Americans? Those the one that want to come in and contribute to the culture, sure. People will help you out. People will tell you what's disrespectful in the culture, what's not disrespectful in the culture, all right? And as a brother and a sister that, once people know that you're legit, people will speak up for you. People will say, no, that brother is a good brother right there. That sister is a good sister right there. If you get caught up in the Africans don't like me because you had a bad experience in America, then you're gonna miss out. I never let that bother me, right? Even for people who don't like me coming to Africa, they're gonna like me personally. I don't care. I'm here for my own personal growth, right? My own personal growth. Things that I want to partner with people, things that I want to do, things that I find challenging in life. So as an African American looking to come back to the continent of Africa, don't get hung up on, well, do they like me or will they appreciate? Man, the average African ain't thinking about no African American and African beef. They don't even know what that's about. The average person on the street when you come to the continent of Africa, they just trying to do them. They just walking to work or having some street food or, getting ready to go to the club at night or something like that, or getting ready to go into work in the morning. They not worried about beefing with you. Like, Africans don't get up with African Americans on their mind like they want to roast you or have a vendetta against you. They just glad to see you, like, yo, what's up, man? Glad you're here. Can we hang out and all? That's how it works, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And as far as the scamming thing, let me tell you this. People get scammed even in Africa. Africans get scammed way more than foreigners, right? Africans go outside and get their phones snatched by guys on motorcycles. Girls get their phones snatched and purses taken. People steal. It happens more to them than it does to us, all right? And let me say this as a bonus point. I talked to Natural Ghana Girl. I talked to my boy Falcon Black. Brothers like King Riches in London. That's one Ghanaian and two Nigerians. If they go back to Africa, they feel that they're not accepted. Natural Ghana Girl says, even though she's Ghanaian, she has a British accent, people want to take advantage of her just because she's Black British, some people, right? So it's not like, oh, people are picking on you because you're African American. Okay, so the price may go up. Well, then learn the prices of what it costs. Get your African friend and tell them, no, that ain't the price. Learn how to negotiate. That's all it is. It's not a big deal. It's no reason to get upset. And then eventually, once you learn the landscape of the land, you won't have those problems, all right? So a guy beat you for 50 cents, $1. There's no reason to get mad. Try to come to the continent, partner with people, work with people, look for the good in people and not the bad. Don't worry about if somebody's gonna accept you or not, if they are gonna appreciate you or not. Worry about what you're supposed to be doing, and everything else will take care of itself. Guys, it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. I'm out here again. Check us out here on the Kingana YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit the bell, and as you know, keep it real. Kingana forever.